Carl, there's been a lot of attention on this case. What's the atmosphere been like around the courthouse?
Yeah, lots of media here, as you might expect. TV cameras to my left and to my right, but it was quite the scene behind me earlier today when that verdict was announced. Dozens of reporters just came sprinting out of the front doors of the courthouse to come and tell their colleagues that a verdict had been reached, that Hunter Biden had been convicted on all 3 of these felony counts. It was a historic verdict, as you mentioned. It didn't take very long. The jury only deliberating for a total of maybe about 3 hours, 2 hours today, 1 hour on Monday. So that was the scene here. Surprisingly, not so many protesters, supporters, or those who are against Hunter Biden, only a scattered few here, not quite the same level of attention as what we saw a few days ago during the trial of former President Donald Trump.
The jury returned a verdict relatively quickly, Carl. One of the jurors has been speaking about what went on in the jury room. What do we know about the deliberations?
Yeah, we've been learning a little bit more about how the jury went about coming to this conclusion, guilty on all 3 counts. We actually were speaking with one of the jurors on this case who prefers to remain anonymous, and he told us that despite, of course, the famous last name of the person on trial, that politics really didn't enter the equation here, at least not in that deliberation room. Here's some of what he told us. He said, "I was never thinking of President Joe Biden, even though Mrs. Biden, of course, the First Lady, was there in the room. Somehow you block it all out of your mind. His dad was not on trial." So despite a lot of the political spin that we hear from Democrats and Republicans, when it came to the 12 people, 6 men and 6 women on that jury, they say politics did not play a factor.
So what happens next, Carl? What's the next development in this case?
Yeah, well, we heard from the judge today saying that there will be a sentencing. We do not have a date yet, but we believe it will be in the next 120 days or so about 3 to 4 months. That will be taking us, of course, closer and closer to that November presidential election. Hunter Biden does face a maximum of 25 years in prison. It's unlikely that he'll serve any kind of time like that. This could even be probation or even fines. It's really up to the discretion of the judge in this case. There could be an appeal here. Many legal experts say that Hunter Biden might actually have a stronger case on appeal than he did during this actual trial. And his legal troubles are not over yet. He faces separate felony charges in California. He's accused of tax evasion there for not paying more than $1 million in taxes. He's pleaded not guilty to that. That trial expected to begin in September. So more legal issues just before that November presidential election.